Hello, Soap Fam. This is Phoenixtremayne here. Still dealing with COVID congestion. I'm technically COVID negative now, but there's still lingering effects of it. Like, subscribe, feel free to comment, and of course, join the membership where you will see this video first. And let's get to it because some of these things have already happened, but because I have been sick, I haven't been able to get the information out that I want to get out as timely as I would like to. So we're going to talk about the coming and goings. We're going to begin with Days of Our Lives, where Matthew Ashford and Melissa Reeves are leaving. They are going back to Boston. The characters of Jack and they play the characters of Jack and Jennifer. They're going back to Boston tomorrow on Thursday, January the 6th. According to Ron C., the head writer, he says that it's storyline dictated that they have to leave. So maybe there's a storyline in Boston we don't know about. I always had the theory that Laura wasn't dead and they were actually taking care of her and letting Gwen take the fall for having, because they never showed whether Gwen actually tried to get rid of her or not. So it'd be interesting if Laura was still alive, and that's Jennifer's real reason for staying in Boston and making Jack not say anything for fear that Gwen may actually retaliate or something. So hopefully that's the storyline. That's just me. I no spoilers. That's just me hoping this direction that they're going in, because last year they hinted that that's what happened because they did an interview with the actress that played Laura, Jennifer's mom, where she has said they said that it's still open for me to come back. So, so that's when I said maybe that's what's going on in Boston. But anyway, Lamont Archie is now on recurring status on Days of Our Lives. Um, Hate to hear it. Hopefully, it's not a long term recurring status, but as you know, just like Kristen and Leo and different actors that have been coming and going, as mostly seems to have been for financial reasons, taking people off the canvas. But being on reoccurring status means he's just like a character like Justin, where he can do projects outside of Days of Our Lives, which could also be the reason why he went to reoccurring status, or they're just trying to save some money. And the same token, his on-screen wife, Sal Stowers, she is also in reoccurring status. However, a source said that it is possible that she will be back on contract soon. So that her reoccurring status was only temporary. And hopefully that's the same for both of them. Um, Tony and Anna return this Friday on January 7th. And J. Kenneth Johnson has exited Days of Our Lives. This is coming from the rumor mill that Ava has something to do with where he's at now, like she's helping him hide. Uh, but that is an unconfirmed rumor, and even the person who told me said that let's just sort of chill on that and see if this rumor turns out to be true. So I'm just throwing that in there to let you know what I know, that there is a chance that he will be coming back in a form of, through Ava or whatever. But just like Rex, I think they're just taking him off the canvas. Once again, it saves money, and they can focus on the characters they want to write about. Um, Lucas and Sammy have left. They have gone to Europe and to spend some time with Sydney. And we know that, and those characters are played by Brian DeTillo and Allison Sweeney. We already know that Allison Sweeney, I think, has like three movies lined up. So she came back, she did her part, and now she's back to doing movies again. So her return was temporary, but hopefully she'll sign up for a longer stint soon. Brian DeTillo, who plays Lucas, he will actually be back on the show because he's going to show up on next Friday, which is the 14th, for EJ's trial. And something's supposed to happen at the trial. Um, so, so let's see if Lucas can keep his crime pinned on EJ, because if Sammy knows that EJ is innocent, why wouldn't she come back? So I'm not sure EJ will get off without a hitch. Also, Chad knows, Kate knows, and spoiler reveal that Chad is feeling very guilty about letting EJ take the fall for Lucas for business reasons, so he can be head of the mirror. We're moving on to General Hospital, where we have Kirsten Storms. She has the C19, just like I just did. So hopefully, well, we know they're all vaccinated. So hopefully she'll have a mild case and be back on the set in no time, 10 days. Christina Wagner is back as Felicia, which she came back on Monday. But for those of you who don't know, she's on contract. Now, this is really crazy to me because Ken Shriner announced on Twitter that his Scotty run is done. So he's headed back to Florida to ride his Vespa around the tropics. The last we saw Scotty that I remember was when he had the argument with Obrecht because he told Nina if she didn't want to upset Sonny's family, then she shouldn't have kept him away from the family. And Obrecht said that was uncalled for and got mad at him. I hope that wasn't a breakup. Ken Shriner has been getting so much praise for his courtroom scenes, and fans have been loving him, and they've been loving Scotty and Obrecht together. So it's a real shocker that he announced that his current run is done. Where does that leave Obrecht? You know, and with Felicia back, having another vet like Scotty in the picture could be so good for those characters. Luke dying, he should be a part of that, laughing, getting a drink, saying finally, maybe mixing it up with Tracy. That would be interesting, the Tracy Obrecht Scotty love triangle. I would love to see it, but he's off the show. Well, now we're going on to Young Wrestlers. Peter Bergman has made a temporary exit due to eye surgery for his detached retina. This is why they passed his storyline over to Tracy. That, one of the last things he did when he was on Young and Restless, he had found out about Adam. I mean about Billy faking his downfall to trick Adam, and so off camera, Jack told Tracy so that Tracy can continue his storyline of getting in Victoria's face, which she does, trying to be Billy's conscience and all that kind of stuff. Now, there's supposed to be a big twist, and Billy's plan was to blow up in his face, and it might even be Tracy is the one who lets the secret out of what they're really doing. But Peter Bergman had a detached retina just like Michelle Morgan did, and I was surprised at how quickly she was able to get back to work. So I don't expect him to be gone long from the show. So this is why the Nick, Phyllis, Jack love triangle suddenly stopped, and he just left town. And Phyllis really hasn't had anything to do because they had to stop the storyline. And Nick really don't have nothing to do either because he's just making Google eyes at Sharon, which make the Sharon and Nick fans happy. But because they're thinking, Sharon and Nick, they're getting back together. I think they're just treading water till Jack comes back. Because if you look at the 2020 preview, it still says Nick and Phyllis are trying to figure out their relationship or whatever, with Jack in the picture. So basically, love triangle. But a lot of people are really hoping Sharon and Nick together again for like the 50th time. I guess 51st time is the charm. Yeah, no. And finally, on Bold and the Beautiful, Cassandra Creech plays Dr. Grace Buckingham beginning this Friday, January the 10th. I'm sorry, that is, the 10th is Monday. On Monday, the 10th, Cassandra Creech plays Dr. Grace Buckingham, which is Paris and Zoe's mother. Zende surprises uh, Paris with her mother coming to town, and Paris is going to be scared that because he can't ask her father, that he's going to ask her mother for her hand in marriage and do it that way. Because, Paris doesn't want to get married. She's over there kissing Carter. So, those are your spoilers. Got them to you as soon as I could. Hopefully, you enjoyed these coming and goings. Oh, and Jack is set to make a return. Back to Days of Our Lives, Matthew Ashford. He's set to make a return without Melissa Reeves, but because he was in the big cast photo without a Jennifer. There is a rumor that he will be back from Boston. So we don't know how long right now he'll be off the canvas, but he will be back. I mean, especially they got, Gwen going to be in trouble again, keeping a secret about Sarah from Xander. It, she might need a father, or he may need to ream her out. Whatever's going to happen. And ream her out means argue with her. For those of you with dirty minds, put her in her place. So we will see. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.